The humid air feels heavy, filled with the delicious smell of street food from the busy streets. Neon signs glow and flicker, coloring the pavement with bright lights. Above, a messy but fascinating sight catches your eye. A thick jumble of electrical wires, some hanging dangerously low. This tangled web is a clear sign of the region's fast growth and its struggles to keep up with modern infrastructure. From the vibrant streets of Bangkok to the historic alleys of Hanoi, overhead power lines are as integral to the urban landscape as the people and the food. These tangled wires, often dismissed as unsightly, embody a deeper story of rapid growth, economic limitations, and the relentless effort to meet the demands of a modernizing society. They're more than just cables, they're a living reflection of the cities they serve, humming with energy and life. Have you ever wandered through the streets of Southeast Asia and found yourself captivated by the maze of overhead power lines? These chaotic yet iconic webs are more than just a striking visual. They tell a fascinating story. Their unique presence has inspired countless urban photographs and sparked endless curiosity. What's the history behind these tangled wires? Why are they so prevalent, and what challenges do they pose for local electricians? When strolling through these vibrant streets, the sight of these power lines stirred our curiosity and led us to create this video. Beneath the apparent disorder lies a deeper narrative of history, economic constraints, and the ongoing struggles to modernize infrastructure. Join us as we unravel the reasons behind this phenomenon, the ingenuity behind their upkeep, and what it reveals about life in Southeast Asia. Stay tuned and share this journey of discovery with others. Let's dive into the electrifying story behind these wires.
Following World War II, many Southeast Asian cities underwent rapid urbanization, often without the advantage of centralized urban planning. As populations swelled and infrastructure raced to keep up, power lines were installed in any available space, resulting in the tangled networks seen today. In older cities like Bangkok and Manila, narrow streets and densely packed neighborhoods left little room for underground wiring systems. This lack of space, combined with the explosive growth these cities experienced during the latter half of the 20th century, made above-ground installations the most practical solution at the time. This period saw a massive influx of people from rural areas seeking opportunities in the burgeoning urban centers. Construction boomed, but it often happened haphazardly, with little thought given to long-term infrastructure planning. Overhead wiring, quick and relatively inexpensive to install, became the go-to solution for rapidly expanding electricity grids. It was a practical choice in a time when resources were stretched thin, and immediate needs often took precedence over long-term planning. Over time, as cities grew denser and demand for electricity soared, more and more wires were strung up, often haphazardly, creating the tangled webs we see today. These wires, a testament to the region's rapid development, have become an indelible part of the urban landscape, a visible reminder of the challenges and triumphs of growth.
While burying power lines underground is generally considered safer and aesthetically more pleasing, it comes at a steep price tag. The cost of excavating roads, laying conduits, and installing underground cables can be several times higher than overhead installation. For many Southeast Asian nations grappling with competing economic priorities, such an investment often remains out of reach. Furthermore, the tropical climate, with its heavy rainfall, floods, and lush vegetation, poses unique challenges to underground cabling. Water damage, root intrusion, and the difficulty of accessing underground lines for repairs make overhead wiring a more practical, albeit less aesthetically pleasing option for many. This economic reality, coupled with the practical challenges posed by the environment, means that overhead wiring remains the dominant method of power distribution in many parts of Southeast Asia. It's a compromise, a balancing act between aspirations for a modern, aesthetically pleasing urban environment and the realities of limited resources and pressing needs.
Decades of ad hoc development have created a complex web of overhead wires that can be difficult to decipher. Multiple service providers often share the same poles, leading to a tangled mess of cables belonging to different companies and carrying various voltages. This lack of standardized infrastructure not only creates a visual eyesore, but also poses significant challenges for maintenance and repair. Identifying the source of a problem, tracing individual lines through the maze of cables, can be a time-consuming and often dangerous task for electricians. Furthermore, the close proximity of power lines to buildings and trees increases the risk of accidents and outages, especially during storms or typhoons. It's a delicate dance, a constant negotiation between the needs of a growing city and the limitations of an infrastructure struggling to keep pace.
Electricians in Southeast Asia often work in challenging conditions. Suspended high above the ground, they navigate the labyrinth of wires with a mixture of skill, experience, and a healthy dose of courage. Their tools are often basic insulated gloves, pliers, wire strippers, but their knowledge of the intricate network is invaluable. Repairs often involve de-energizing specific sections of the grid, carefully identifying and isolating faulty lines, and then splicing or replacing them with new cables. It's meticulous work, requiring a steady hand and a keen eye, all while being exposed to the elements and the constant hum of electricity. These electricians are the unsung heroes of the city, the ones who keep the lights on and the power flowing. They are the ones who climb into the heart of the tangle, who face the risks so that the city below can continue to function.
Working with high-voltage electricity is inherently dangerous, and electricians in Southeast Asia take precautions to minimize risks. Safety harnesses, insulated gloves and tools, and rigorous protocols for de-energizing lines are all crucial aspects of their work. However, the reality of working in often cramped and chaotic conditions, sometimes with limited oversight or enforcement of safety regulations, means that risks remain ever present. The tropical heat and humidity can also take their toll, leading to fatigue and increasing the potential for errors. Despite the dangers, these electricians approach their work with a sense of professionalism and a deep understanding of the risks involved. They are the guardians of the grid, the ones who put their lives on the line to keep the city connected.
The tropical climate of Southeast Asia presents unique challenges for maintaining overhead power lines. Heavy monsoonal rains, strong winds, and even the occasional typhoon can wreak havoc on the network, causing trees to fall on lines, snapping cables, and triggering widespread outages. Time also takes its toll on the infrastructure. Corrosion, rust, and the degradation of insulation materials can weaken the lines, increasing the risk of shorts and fires. The constant exposure to sun, rain, and humidity means that maintenance is an ongoing battle against the forces of nature. Add to that the pressure to restore power quickly after an outage, and it's a constant race against the clock. People rely on that electricity for their homes, their businesses, their very livelihoods. It's a pressure that these electricians know all too well, a weight that they carry on their shoulders every time they climb a pole. Electricians working on Southeast Asia's power grids face a range of challenges, including accessibility issues in narrow streets and densely packed neighborhoods that make positioning equipment like bucket trucks difficult. Tropical storms and heavy rains common to the region not only cause damage to power lines, but also create hazardous working conditions. Additionally, aging infrastructure often lacks clear documentation, complicating the diagnosis and repair of faults within the tangled network of wires.
The close proximity of overhead power lines to buildings, especially in densely populated areas, creates a significant fire hazard. Short circuits, overloaded lines, or damage to cables can send sparks raining down onto flammable materials below, igniting fires that spread quickly in the often cramped urban environment. These fires pose a real danger to life and property, and they highlight the inherent risks associated with overhead wiring in densely populated areas. While efforts are being made to improve safety standards and upgrade infrastructure, the threat of fire remains a constant concern. Tangled power lines, while functional, have been linked to several fire incidents in Southeast Asia, underscoring the risks associated with aging and overcrowded infrastructure. These incidents are a stark reminder of the potential consequences of a system under strain. It's a reminder that the tangle of wires above is not just an aesthetic issue, but a matter of public safety, a matter of life and death.
The tangled web of overhead power lines in Southeast Asia is a complex issue with no easy solutions. It's a reflection of rapid urbanization, economic constraints, and the ongoing struggle to balance development with safety and aesthetics. While these wires may appear chaotic and unsightly, they represent a vital lifeline for millions of people. They are a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the people who work tirelessly to keep the power flowing, often in challenging and dangerous conditions. The next time you find yourself walking beneath the web of wires, take a moment to appreciate the complex reality they represent. It's a story of growth, adaptation, and the constant hum of electricity that powers modern life.
The tangled power lines of Southeast Asia, often viewed as chaotic, represent the region's rapid growth and adaptability. These distinctive urban features are gradually giving way to modernization efforts, with initiatives to bury power networks and enhance both aesthetics and infrastructure resilience. In some areas, the once maze-like cables have been rewired and tidied up. As these changes unfold, the skyline of Southeast Asia may evolve, but for now, the iconic webs remain a testament to the region's unique character and dynamic progress. Thanks for watching. If you're curious to learn more about Southeast Asia, check out the video popping up on your screen and explore the rest of the channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're an electrician watching this, we'd love to hear your perspective in the comments. See you in the next one.